Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Let's Play Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishments. We are still in the mystery of the murder of Peter Carey. I'm wondering if I go to Baker Street, if there's something I can do there. My logs. Do I have anything new in my... I don't think I do. Not in my deductions. I don't think that there's anything I can do with this bond piece at my quarters, but I'm gonna try.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives.
I like that idea.
Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Convenient. Oh, look! It's a dog. It's our... I don't know what Sherlock's dog's name
Watson,
is.
I need Wiggins. Is he anywhere nearby?
He's right across the street. You can give him a sign from the window.
Analysis table. Oh, wow. I don't know if I noticed that before. That image. Alright, let's go contact Wiggins. Hey,
Brave
Toby.
Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Nice. Alright, call Wiggins. Wiggins, I need help.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
Yay!
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Thank
Wiggins,
you, sir.
I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Perfect.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Nice. Thank you, Wiggins.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Gotta wait for Wiggins. Unless Wiggins is still... Find the crew of the Sea Unicorn completed. Lestrade might have some new facts about the case. I guess I can't. I have to wait.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect. Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Yes. I guess in a future mystery, I'll actually bring Watson with me. But for now, Watson just hanging out. I'm doing this solo. There's nothing left for me. Continue. Alright, what you got, Chief?
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always. What happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Liam Hurtley.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room.
Convenient.
At your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Oh. Okay. Let's check out the evidence. Hurtley's belongings.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Ooh, boots.
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
I betcha they're gonna fit.
A pen? Nothing unusual about it.
Stained letter.
The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Perfect. There's a bunch of things that I can do with this evidence. Apparently there's more
These
about...
are the suspect's belongings.
There's more to Leon's belongings. Compare with certificate.
I wonder if these are connected.
Underline. Capital 8539. 8539. None of these have 8539. 347 Pacific Railway. CFR. Underline. I don't see a 0347. I don't see anything with them yet. Maybe if I find the other bond. Because QE 4100 POT. Yeah, I don't see. Wait. That is an 8. That's an 8532? 8532. Oh, these are bonds. Captain Pacific Railway. Canadian, there we go. Canadian Pacific Railway. These are bonds. Yes.
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Right. That looked like a 9. That 2 looked like a 9. Okay. A piece of stock exchange certificate belonging to the Canadian Pacific Railway (CPR) is found inside the Sea Unicorn ship logs for August 1883, where the pages had been torn out. Interesting. Liam Hartley's old boots, size 9.5. Stained letter. Perform analysis. The letter seized from Hartley. It is covered almost completely in ink stains. Well, we'll be able to figure that out in my laboratory. First of all, we're going to question the suspect. Liam Hartley. Wow, the cell block is
Please
still here.
escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Is that so?
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hartley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Let's see what I can deduce
Well,
from you.
We shall see.
Yes. Profile. Hat. What was that? Old scar. Interesting. Gardener's hands. Ah. That is interesting. Wait. Something's down there. Oh no. Handkerchief with crest. Oh. Whoa, wait a minute. I just thought of something. Was Peter's wife having an affair with this guy? Having an affair with a gardener? That would explain why she was hiding the gardener from us. She didn't want people to know that she was having an affair. Plant remains. He's a gardener.
That's all for now.
I'm not saying another word.
Interrogate new suspect Liam Hartley completed. Liam Hartley's a tough one. What is he trying to hide? Hartley is a stranger who was arrested by the police as a suspicious individual seen prowling around at night near Woodman's Lee. He is a former soldier who left the military with an honorable discharge after having been wounded in the neck by shrapnel. Wow, all of this stuff we deduced from just looking at him. Now he lives a quiet life working as a gardener. Good job, Holmes.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Not sure if there's anything else I can... The break-in.
Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
Sharp knife, rings engraving, father's jacket, the bond certificate, the tobacco bond certificate.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
That's why you had them in your pad,
Yes.
notepad.
I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belonged to my family, but I could not find them there.
So someone else...
That's all for now.
So
Well,
someone...
I will see you soon, young man.
If he is telling the truth, somebody else took them, and that person was the murderer. If he's telling the truth. So... Alright. Can I go into... Like... Oh! I can go into your office.
How is the
Spectre.
investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
Give me a little bit more time. Shapes of noses. What are you hiding? What are you hiding, Inspector? No, we're good. I'm pretty sure you're good. Okay. Actually, has Peter been taken to the morgue? Is there anything else? I don't know if there's anything else on his body that we can... No, I don't think Peter's been taken to the morgue. We already examined his corpse. I'm thinking we'll need that for either a different mystery entirely or sometime much later in this mystery. Okay. Let's go back to Baker Street. I've got to do some investigations. Alright. Let us continue. Hey,
A
Watson.
new suspect. But this one refuses to talk. This case is more interesting than I first imagined.
I love how... Oh, wow, look at Watson. He's just hanging out having some tea and crumpets. Tea and toast. And very nice. Recover Hurtley's letter.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used.
Very
Second
well.
condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent.
Okay.
Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Very well. Blue reagent is first.
First condition,
All
7
7
reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Colorless should be added after the... Okay, I think I see it. So I have to start with blue. Right. Colorless has to be used after the orange. So... Okay, the orange has to be used after the blue. Colorless has to be used... So every time I use an orange... Every time I use an orange, I have to put colorless after it. So that means the next one cannot be orange. Because... Wait, that means... Oh, yeah. That means the next one cannot be green. Because if the next one is green after blue, then I can't put... if the next one is green, that means the one after that cannot be orange because I have to put colorless after it, and I can't be colorless because I have to put orange before it. if that makes sense. So I have to do blue, then orange, then colorless, then orange. Yeah, it has to be blue, then... Oh, interesting. So that means every time I do blue, I have to do orange colorless? Yeah, so that means... Okay. Oh. Okay. So blue... So I'll do blue, then green? No, no, no. I can do blue twice, right? Yeah, I can do blue twice. Because it always has to be orange and colorless after the... No, no, no. It has to be... I got it. It has to be blue, then green, then blue again, then orange, then colorless, and then orange and colorless. I think that's how that works. Because... Right. Because that way, if the third one is blue, then that means the sixth one has to be orange, and then the seventh one has to be colorless. Yes, I figured it out. Okay, so blue, then green, then blue again. Yeah, I have to use blue again. Yeah. Then orange. Yeah, this is a cool puzzle. I love these different minigame things. Then colorless. Yeah. And then orange again. Because orange is always... Yeah. The third one. Yeah. And then colorless. There we go.
Done. Now I can proceed further.
Perfect. Woo! We are so smart.
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery.
Okay. Good job, Holmes. Look at this. So cool.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
I did as you asked and hid them well. But I beg you to reconsider. Something Ion, I swear and remember our vows. I have done nothing dishonorable, for which you something me. Liam Hurtley's letter content. Interesting. A letter seized from Hurtley. A portion of the text was successfully recovered from chemical processing. We've got a new clue. Liam Hurtley's letter. Missing a stub of bond certificates found in the cabin proves that certificates for the company's listed in Elegant's notebook had been there. So maybe the missing papers is what he was hiding? No. Break-in attempts. No. Missing tin box. Missing tin box. No. It is remember our vows. I've done nothing. Well, before I make any more, let's go to the boots. I want to go to the boots before I start making deductions. I need more evidence before I can make more correct deductions, I think. No, I don't need to go to Watson's. I don't need to go to Watson's bedroom yet. I was about to make a joke, but I'm not going to right now. Was about to make a joke about Holmes and Watson in Watson's bedroom, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna move on. Move on! Alright. Let's see. These boots. I bet you that Hurtley's will fit.
These
Yep.
boots match the footprints exactly.
Exactly. I figured they would. No Gardner. Hurley's footprints. Liam Hartley's boots match the footprints at Woodman Lee, thus proving that he was there. Judith Carey denies that he was their gardener. Well, Judith Carey has some explaining to do. Can I ask her about this? Yes, you've got some explaining to do, Missy. It's convenient you're still out here. So, you want to tell me something about your boyfriend?
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. Looks like we're gonna have to get more evidence before she can fess up. Let's go back to Scotland Yard and talk to our friend. I feel like we're getting relatively close to cracking this case. Just need a little bit more, just a little bit more evidence to figure out who was the murderer. Let's talk to Hurtley about this.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Alright, Hurtley. Let's talk about Woodman's Lee.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
Wrong answer. Hurtley's boots match.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Fair enough. What did you hide?
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
Hurtley's letter.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
You
Touch
just
of chemistry.
outed yourself.
Nothing special.
You just outed yourself.
Well, you're a smart one. But it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
Then why did you put
I will
ink all
check
over
that,
it?
Mr. Hurtley.
Why did you put ink all over that? Your tools, eh? Presence at Woodman's Lee.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember.
Ugh.
What would I be doing there anyway?
Gardener. Yeah, gardener.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
Right.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently.
Very good, Holmes.
But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got me.
Stop snickering.
Yes, I am a gardener.
I know a bunch
and
of you
I
guys are
went there to get
snickering.
my tools.
That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads. But now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Yes. Yes, something hidden. According to Hurtley's letter and by his own words, he hid something at the spot where the garden tools are kept. He is a gardener at Woodman's Lee, so I should definitely conduct a search. Okay. And then once I find stuff there, maybe I can do more deductions. I need more evidence to do deductions. We're getting closer. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones, Holmes. We're getting close, you and I, to this, to cracking this case. Wide open. Alright. So this is probably the tool shed over here, I'm assuming? Are you gonna let me open this, ma'am?
Locked.
Ma'am, you have the key, yes? Access to garden tools.
Madam, We have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
I like how the game
Thank you, madam.
makes you do all of, like, basically makes you do everything. Like, they could have just assumed, for example, that Sherlock would have gone here to pick up the harpoon and do the experiment. Like, they could have just made it so that you could just go to the butcher's place, and off camera, they would have assumed that Sherlock went to get the harpoon, but they didn't. You actually had to physically go to the shed to pick up the harpoon, and you had to also. It made sense for the door to be locked, and it made sense for you to have to go and talk to Mrs. Carey to get the key to unlock the door. I like that they force you to do things like that. It just makes it a lot more realistic and more immersive, in my opinion. All right, let's examine
see what
this.
could be hidden here.
Yes, what could be hidden here? Shed's floor, wooden planks. More. Shed's floor, wooden planks. Ill-fitting plank. Ew. There's the box. But is there anything in it? It floats! Holmes is telekinetic. It all makes sense now. Sherlock Holmes is telekinetic.
Let us see what is in this box.
Oh. Uh-huh. Switch. Oh, gosh. Interesting. 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 Okay. Switch. I guess this just makes it easier to... Oh! I can decide which... Ah, I see. Okay, I see. So match this here. Interesting. Okay, I think I get it. Got it. Got it. Very cool puzzle. Bunch of letters, eh? Are these the bonds?
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship.
I knew it.
That is interesting.
I knew it. I knew it, guys. I figured it out before Holmes did. No, I figured Holmes probably had a suspicion, too. He just didn't voice it completely. Liam, my dear, you have been so good to me all the time. Because, I mean, it made sense. Why else would she hide the fact that they have a gardener? You know, why would she do that? Unless she was doing something, you know, shady with the gardener? You have been so good to me all the time, and I have known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose that they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. I thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I have been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but bruises fade, and you must not worry for me. Oh my. A romantic correspondence. Romantic correspondence between Liam Hurtley and Judith Carey. It was found inside the small wooden box hidden in the garden shed. So did he try to kill him because then he would be able to be with her? Is that really the major motive? It looks like we're gonna have to talk to Miss Carey about this. The jig is up, miss. You've got some explaining to do.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Affinity.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Egad. romantic correspondence.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
You outed yourself.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Well, let's see. I'm wondering if I can... Judith Carey's confession, break-in attempts, Liam Hurtley's letter, Judith Carey's letter, Judith Carey's confession, Judith Carey's letter. Desperate jealousy. Liam Hurtley loved Judith Carey so desperately that his jealousy could have provoked him into committing murder. Could have. Hurtley's motive. Liam Hurtley's relationship with Judith Carey gives him motive for killing Peter Carey. That's what I'm thinking. But we still need to figure out the who, the how, and the why. Interesting. This is getting very interesting, folks. Alright. I think we're done with this now that we've completely destroyed this woman's life. Or at least her good name. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and we're going to keep going with this case in the next episode. So until then, love yourselves, and love each other.